Failure isn't optional, it's inevitable. Every great success story you admire is built on a foundation of failures. But here's the difference: most people let failure define them. Champions? They let failure refine them. Think about this: Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Oprah was told she wasn't fit for TV. Elon Musk was laughed at for SpaceX and Tesla. And yet, they turned their failures into fuel. So, why do most people crumble under failure while champions rise stronger? Today, I'm breaking down the mindset, strategies, and psychological shifts you need to handle failure like a champion. Let's get started. First, let's talk about why failure feels so devastating and why most people let it stop them. We tie failure to identity. Most people see failure as a reflection of their worth. If they fail, they think, I'm not good enough. Failure isn't about who you are, it's about what you did. It's an event, not a label. Fear of judgment. We're more afraid of what people will think than the failure itself. That fear of embarrassment keeps us playing small. Remember this: people are too focused on their own lives to care about your failures. Don't give them that power. The comfort zone trap. Failure often forces us into discomfort, and humans are wired to avoid pain. But growth only happens in discomfort. Truth: if you never fail, you're not aiming high enough. Safe goals don't lead to greatness. Here's the key: champions don't avoid failure, they embrace it. Why? Because they know failure is part of the process. Let me show you how they think. Failure is feedback. Champions don't see failure as the end. They see it as a data point, a chance to learn what didn't work and try again. Thomas Edison famously said, I didn't fail 10,000 times, I found 10,000 ways that didn't work. They separate effort from outcome. You can't control results, but you can control effort. Champions focus on what they can do better, not just what went wrong. They see failure as necessary for growth. Failure doesn't mean you're off track, it means you're on the hardest part of the track. Every stumble teaches you how to run better. Now let's get practical. Here are 5 powerful strategies to handle failure and come back stronger. Reframe failure as growth. Every failure is a stepping stone to success. Instead of saying, I failed, say, I learned. After every failure, write down 3 things you learned and 1 thing you'll do differently. Focus on the process, not the outcome. Champions measure success by the effort they put in, not just the result. Create a checklist of things you can control: practice, preparation, and persistence. Celebrate progress, not perfection. Set a pity deadline. It's okay to feel upset, but don't stay there. Set a timer or a 24-hour rule to feel your emotions, then get back to work. After a big failure, take a day to reflect and reset. Then ask, what's my next step? Surround yourself with resilient people. Your environment matters. Champions are surrounded by people who push them to rise, not dwell. Build a network of mentors, friends, or a community that lifts you up when you fall. Use failure as fuel. The best revenge on failure is massive success. Turn your frustration into action. Every time you fail, remind yourself, this is building my story. This is how champions are made. Here's the ultimate shift. Champions don't avoid failure. They expect it. They know failure is a taste of commitment. From fear to curiosity. Instead of fearing failure, get curious. Ask, what can I learn? How can I grow? From perfectionism to progress. Let go of the need to get everything right the first time. Focus on improving step by step. From doubt to belief. Every failure is proof that you're trying, that you're pushing limits. Champions believe failure is temporary, but growth is permanent. So, here's the truth. Failure isn't the enemy, it's the teacher. Every champion you admire has failed more times than you can imagine. Let's recap. Failure is feedback. Use it to learn and improve. Focus on effort, not just outcomes. Build a support system and bounce back quickly. Turn failure into fuel to power your next move. Here's my challenge. The next time you fail, don't quit. Don't give up. Write down what you learned, make a plan, and try again. If this video hit home, hit subscribe and share it with someone who needs this message. Remember, champions aren't born. They're made through failure. And you have what it takes to rise. Let's make it happen.